Alright, so let's go on. We're working at this verse over here and we could put in some hi-hats right now. So we already have those hi-hats over here. We could copy this hi-hat pattern for a second and place it over here in the verse. And let's go into the MIDI clip. And this one needs to be changed. Actually, that one is still the triplet clip. So let's take off the triplet grid and take those notes away. Right now we are going to work with 8th notes. So that's what we are going to do. And like this. Should sound fine over here. So those snares are really loud right now. We can go into those snares and just select both of them, holding shift down, and then adjust the volumes all together for both of them. So maybe we can put in something interesting over here, maybe in the 4th bar. Go in there and put 16th notes. Or maybe like this. I'm not completely sure if we should do it like this. Let's copy this pattern over here. And now we have this snip over here. We can actually use that snip as an effect in the beginning again. Like we used it before, but now we can put it on our first hit. So this one was that, the one that sounded like this. You can actually use that one as a crash as well. And just place it in here on the first hit. And there's another thing I like doing in tracks, sort of a difference between the first and the second clap or snare. So if we look at this grid over here, we have the kick and then we have the snares over here. By the way, we are not doing this with the drum rack because in the arrangement view, you can see a lot more if you do it on single tracks and you have all your elements like easy accessible. And also an important part is you can actually like put the delays on tracks. For example, if I wanted this snare to be a little earlier than the other one, I just go here and put in a couple of milliseconds and the problem is solved. So that's not possible so far with drum racks. Anyways, what I like doing is putting in a second clap that's just hitting in here and sometimes even a pre-clap. So this one would be located here maybe. Let's duplicate this track quickly and rename it to pre-clap. Call this clip pre-clap as well. Put a different color on it. And now we have to select the sample. So we are going to the course folder again, opening it up. This is the one I'm looking for. Drag it on here. Actually, we need a new, because we have all those transpositions going on and edits. I'm deleting this one and I'm dragging in a new one to start clean. And we can move up the velocity, but everything else will remain that way for now. We just take off a little bit of the EQing over here. So now we need to adjust those notes. It's only 1 bar long, so we need 2 bars. Let's consolidate this part, make 1 clip out of it, delete this rest over there, and take the first hit off and put it on loop mode. Now, you could put this one earlier than the second hit, but we can also do that with the milliseconds over here. So let's try that and see how it goes. So right now everything is on spot. Let's go back a couple of milliseconds. Maybe even more. So now it's really noticeable. So this always adds a certain drive to it that wasn't in there before, because the second clap or the second snare part sounds a little different than the first one. And we can drag this long now, and yeah, we don't have to remove anything else, so it's fine. And right here we could put in a little bit of funky exceptions. So another good way of copying stuff in the MIDI view of our arrangement view is if we wanted to place MIDIs of all those free snare sounds in other positions, we could go ahead and do it simply by dragging those 3 notes up here, holding the Option key and copying them over here. And now we can take this out and probably make it a little shorter over here, so we can listen in. Can get rid of this one. So those are always arrangement questions. So let's go down and work on this LFO pad down here, because that's also quite important for the verse. So far we don't have anything like an LFO inside of it, but let's do it in the next video.